Alright, everyone, welcome back. So, um, let's get this U3 Chapter 1 started. Study flying sessions. Oh, wait. Study flying sessions.
Flying is not unlike walking, and it's far more dangerous.
Alright, so never mind that. Since we have to own the stars first, let's go to Valiant Springs. Our first herbology class. First herbology class. I never know what it's going to smell like in the greenhouse. Make sure you have your dragon hide gloves. Careful, I spilled some oil on the floor over there and on your shoes. It's very nice to see you in herbology class instead of searching for ghost vaults. Herbology is one of my favorite classes, Professor Spout. How was your summer? How thoughtful of you to ask. Your brother was always the same way. My summer was splendid. I conducted several experiments on the composition of dragon dung fertilizer. Composition. Yes, the quantity and quality of dragon dung in the fertilizer has a tremendous impact on the plant's growth. Fascinating. I would love to examine the results of your test. Of course, students rarely show the proper enthusiasm for dragon dung. 10 points to Gryffindor. Find your place. Now it's time for today's lesson. Today we will be learning to grow Valium. The roots of this magical plant can be used in many potions. Or 3 hours. We can probably speed through this, can't we? Can we speed through this? To your stations, everyone. I've prepared a lecture on how to grow potion ingredients like Valiant spoons. Boo. Ooh, Foley. Have you been listening? Let's see if you know how to answer this. Which potion does not contain Valiant spoons? I don't know. Fuck. So is Polyjuice potion. Oh well. How am I supposed to know that? Gather supplies. Boom. Tend to the Valuin. Just like that, the class is over. Yeet. Boom. Now I will demonstrate water in the plant. Miss Haywood, fetch a pail for me, would you please? Yes, Professor Spout. Which of these plants do you think would work best for bothering a certain irritable bird-like librarian? I don't know if that's such a... Ah! Werewolf just burst out of the pot. How did the werewolf get in here? It didn't. Is that a Demento? Stand back, Miss Haywood.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Yep. She's afraid of Dementos, eh? I mean werewolves. I wonder why. If that wasn't a werewolf, what was that? A boggart. Oh, a boggart. Yeah, I got it mixed up. My bad, my bad. Dementors, you didn't expect them Patronum. Nasty shapeshifter creature, it takes the form of the victim's worst fear. Boggarts are defeated by laughter, so you cast ridiculous to change it into something humorous. To my knowledge, a boggart has never been seen in the greenhouses. I must report this to Professor Dumbledore immediately. Class dismissed. Why would Penny's worst fear be werewolves? I assume it's because werewolves are terrifying, murderous creatures. Still, I should make sure she's okay. Damn! Well, let's change Mueller's mind about the thresholds. Ooh, got someone new. Celestina Warback. A Welsh half-blood witch and popular sinner. Oh yeah. Great Darkos, yeah, and your threshold made it. Threshold looks ready to finish getting it comfortable. Working with strangers, I'll get started. Actually, Hagrid, I think Mueller should take the lead this time. You must be confused, Dane. I agreed to give Thresholds another chance, and and help Hagrid and get your Threshold ready for the International Confederation of Wizards demonstration, not take the lead. Don't worry, Mueller. Hagrid will tell you what to do. That's not the problem, and you know it. Why did I even come here? I should just leave. Don't go, Mueller. We can't finish getting Threshold ready for Hagrid's demonstration without you. You can't. The whole point of this is to get Thresholds accustomed to strangers. And since you kept your distance during our earlier practice, it probably still sees you as one. So if we can get it comfortable around you, we will know it's ready for Hagrid's demonstration. Well, if you need me that much, I suppose I can indulge you. Glad to hear it. Walking up close and personal with a Threshold will be good for you, Mueller. That way you'll see Thresholds for what they really are, instead of what you and anyone else associated with them. Whatever, let's finish working with your Threshold fast. I have better things to do. Let's speed run this. Boom. Done and dusted. What do you think about thresholds now that you have worked with wit? I suppose there's a small chance that perhaps I may have had the wrong idea about thresholds. Yours isn't the worst creature I've ever met. Looks like Threshold thinks you're not so bad either. See, don't you feel bad about being afraid of thresholds? I wasn't afraid. I stormed out because seeing the thresholds reminded you of the death you saw that day. Professor Dumbledore, sir. You mean that incident with your parents and the O that you mentioned, Muyula? What else would he be talking about? How did you know that about that incident, Professor? I never told you. Make it a point to find out about what is troubling my students. It was my hope that by having her work with a threshold, a gentle and intelligent creature that can only be seen by those who have seen death, she might see that something wonderful can come from even the most unpleasant circumstances. After all, it's tempting to try to bury and forget that memory, but only confronting it will allow you to truly move on. Did it work, Miss Stein? I suppose it didn't hurt. That's Mueller speak for yes. Then Miss Nine, it sounds like you have gained something more valuable than house points out of this experience. Now it's time for Hagrid, this threshold, and I to be off. Are you ready to deliver your address to the International Confederation of Wizards, Hagrid? I am, thanks to Darkos and Mueller. I couldn't have gotten a threshold ready in time without them. You're welcome, Hagrid. Don't mention it. Seriously, don't. Shall we be off? Wait, Hagrid, let's meet up in the Magical Creatures Reserve when you get back. I'd like to hear how the demonstration went. Catch up with Hagrid. You're back from the meeting of the International Confederation of Wizards. I'm not the only one. Hey. I'm glad you're back too, Threshold. So how did your demonstration on Thresholds go? Where do I start? From the beginning, I want to hear everything. Oh, another speed runner. Oh, what the hell was that? Sorry, there was something going on. Collect. Sounds like your demonstrations on Thresholds was a success. I'm proud to say I changed a lot of witches and wizards' minds about Thresholds. I think they will treat Thresholds with respect. A few of them even more interested in learning to train Thresholds themselves. That's great, Hagrid. I'm so proud of you. Couldn't have done it without you. Between helping me get Thresholds ready and encouraging me to use Mule as practice, I owe you big time. Don't worry about that. I'm just happy I got the chance to learn from such an experienced Threshold. Well, the offer's always there if you change your mind, but more than that, you have done a great service. You're quickly becoming one of my closest friends.
Helping others.
Let's
is
go.
its own reward.
Oh, leveled up. The Woolen class. See what we can learn from this. Be careful flying, Dan. I'd hate to see you break your neck. It could take me ages to decipher the book from the Coast Vault. It's filled with symbols I've never even seen before. Did that broken wand really belong to your brother? Hey, Tonks again. Watcha, Docos. Can you believe we are thrilled news? We finally get to visit Hogsmeade. I know during the holidays I researched the optimal path for exploration by constructing a scale replica of the village made entirely out of acorns. Unfortunately, I didn't think to defend my tiny Hogsmeade against an attack by a giant school. I just can't wait to visit Zonko's joke shop and buy sweets from Honeydukes. And don't forget about Butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks. And do you have any idea how old the Three Broomsticks is? Think about all the historical research we can do. I've always wanted to go to Hogsmeade. I just need to stop metamorphosing into teachers to keep myself out of detention. We should all meet at Three Broomsticks. And what about your Three Broomsticks lineup? It's time for flying class.
Flying is not
Nice.
like walking, only it's far more dangerous.
Ooh, maybe I can speed through this. Think I could possibly have enough energy points. Doop. Doop, doop, doopity doop. Doop, doop, doopity doop. Listen up, everyone. Do 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 do. Boop. Focus. Focus. Boop. Alright. Focus again. Gotta focus again. Take flight. Easy. Fly. Off I go. I'ma fly, fly, fly away. Fly, fly, fly away. Fly, fly, fly away. I'ma fly, fly, fly away. Gather the courage. Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Boop. Boop. Get me back in. Haha. What do I gotta do? Holy. Sloopity loopity loop. can do a barrel roll.
Well done.
A barrel roll completed. Are you alright, Tonks? Well, I crashed my broom into the alley, the astronomy tower, the romping willow, and Hagrid's vegetable patch. That's a few less crashes than my average, so I'd say I'm getting better. Do you need to go to the hospital, Win? Probably, but who cares? We are going to Hogsmeade. The first thing I'm going to do is buy frog spawn soap at Zonko's and slip it into the girls' bathroom. Before we can go to Hogsmeade, we need to go to our next class. You go on without me. I have a few more pranks to plan before we head to Hogsmeade. Chapter 1 complete. Oh, I got Tonks. Chapter 2 Boggles and Butterbeer. The werewolves Hosh, Growl, and Spittle Flecked muzzle haunts your dreams, and you will not soon forget the look of fear in Penny Hayward's eyes, a boggle at Hogwarts. Haven't we already seen one? Is it gonna pop up again? Meet Bill. Dragon's Crest. Alright, so we're gonna go see Hagrid for the bull chuckle. Hi Hagrid, I came as quickly as I could. Your owl said you had something important to tell me about Needlefingers. Hello, little wizard, I hear you have got something of mine. That's what I wanted to talk to you about, Darkos. I was looking for Needlefingers Pass, and I came across someone claiming to be its owner. Meet Mundungus Fletcher. That's right, that little pick belongs to me, and I'd like to take it back now. So tell me, where is me old pal? I'm not telling you anything. Playing hardball, I see. That's fine. I'm not here to cause trouble, and I admire a wizard who keeps a tight lid on things. But whenever my bull chuckle is, I told you to responsible for whatever's happened to it. Hagrid's been running around Hogsmeade asking everyone who will listen about the feisty bull chuckle he found. So I knew he took that little creature from me. And it's all my fault. I shouldn't have said anything about Needlefingers. I only wanted to help the little creature. It's going to be alright, Hagrid. We'll figure this out. That's right. It's all quite simple, really. All you have to do is give me the bull chuckle back and find another bull chuckle to replace it. And if you don't, I'll go straight to the ministry and report you both for thievery. Oh, I don't know anything about that. Sure, the little creature. And I like to play Boogaloo's sometimes, but that's just a game. Whatever that boat chuckle does on its own time, that's none of my business. Like I said, I don't mind, provided you provide me with another boat chuckle to show my friends. If you have really lost me lockpick, I'll just pluck another boat chuckle from the reserve. Don't go near them. Those boat chuckles are perfectly happy where they are. Perhaps we can come to an agreement. It's only money you're after. I could find you something of equal value and make a trade. Something that isn't a living, breathing creature. Tell me what you have got in mind. Perhaps we could figure out what's to be done. Alright, you have made your point. If you can find something of equal value on Hogwarts grounds, I'll trade you for me lockpick. After all the progress Needlefingers made, I'd hate to see you go right back to a life of crime. I was only trying to make a living just like anybody else. It's in the bull chuckle nature to look out for number one. That's why we get along so much. Now go fetch whatever you promised to trade. I have never loved spending time at school. Flinch confiscates all kinds of valuable things. I'm sure I'll find something in his office. What's Mueller doing? Now let's see what's inside. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to find you two here. After all, there's so many locks for Needlefingers to pick, and you just can't help yourself. Now step away from the bull chuckle. Perhaps you should ask Needlefingers what it wants. I mean, just look at how happy it is to be doing crimes with me. It's only it's not hiding it in its box anymore. I'm sure Needlefingers would pick locks with you all day long, but where will it go once you are through? Needlefingers needs a home. Fine, I suppose you have a point. It's just Needlefingers and I have been getting on quite well. We understand each other. I'm glad you and Needlefingers are friends, but we have got more pressing matters. Mindungus Fletcher is Needlefingers' original owner. If I don't find something to trade him for Needlefingers, he's going to take it back to Hogsmeade. We can't give Needlefingers away. Should stay at Hogwarts, you have to do something. I mean, forget I said that. Forget I said anything. I don't care. I'd like to forget Mila, but for once you and I are in total agreement. We can't give Needlefingers back to Mindungus. Luckily, he's willing to make a trade if we find something of equal or greater value. I mean, I'm sure we can find something he'll like. Perhaps there's even something in this trunk we just opened. It's quite elegant. Alright, let's have a look. Before I share the spoils with you, I need to know something. Are you going to tell anyone? I got all mushy about Needlefingers. I have no interest in embarrassing you. I only want to help Needlefingers. I have to say I'm surprised. I'll help you help Needlefingers. Now, if there's anything worth trading in this box, you can have it to give to Mindungus. Then let's search for it. There's nothing valuable in here. This chest is full of old screaming yo-yos. You're right, we'll have to search somewhere else to find something worth trading. I just hope we have time. Choop, choop, choop. What is it, Needlefingers? Oh no, it's Mrs. Norris. That means Flinch isn't far off. We have to get out of here now. But we have to find something to trade for Needlefingers. We can't just bring it back to Mundungus with nothing to take its place. Grab the screaming yo-yos with flames on the side and let's get back to Hagrid's hut. If it isn't enough for Mundungus, we'll have to think of some other way for saving Needlefingers. Hagrid, I was looking in Flinch's office for something to trade, and I found Needlefingers. I also found something that might work for the trade. You always walk through little one. But what about a trade? You said if I found something of equal value, Needlefingers could stay with us. That was before you found the little lockpick. You lied to us, Mindungus. I don't much appreciate that. I said I'd trade me Bowtruckle for something of equal value, but that little lockpick is priceless, so no trade. If you don't give me the Bowtruckle right now, I'll have to report you to the ministry. Wait just a minute, Mundungus. You just wait just a minute yourself. You know as well as I do, there's no way that lockpick could get on with a proper colony of Bowtruckles, but you haven't seen all the progress it's made. From what we have seen, I think Needlefingers could be quite happy on the reserve. Yeah, prove it. Shine with It's shared food with Professor Kettlebone's Bowtruckle. It's getting used to being around others. Professor Kettlebone himself said Needlefingers could be ready to join the colony after a few more sessions. Shared its food did it well, not as the first. But while I'm glad to hear me both chuckle and had a nice time, I'm afraid there will still be won't be a trade. One good reason why, because there's no way you found anything more valuable to me than old needlefingers. You said that, but you haven't just considered what you brought. At least take a look. It's just worthless screaming yo-yo with some dumb flames on it. You took a screaming yo-yos from Flinch's office, and it had little flames on it. Of course not. What's wrong? Just give me the bow chocolate and I'll be on my way. But I'll take the yo-yo too, since it's worthless and all. I think this yo-yo has more value than you're letting on. I'm not hiding nothing. Tell us the truth, McDungus. What's the story behind this?
Alright, fine, I'll admit it, that was no standard screaming yo-yo. It was part of a special promotion that took place when I was a first year. They only made a few. I remember them now. They had those flames and a particularly musical scream. It was my favorite toy when I arrived at Hogwarts, but Flinch hated screaming yo-yos. You see, he confiscated mine thinking it was just like any other. But my screaming yo-yo was special, and I have missed it all these years. We had a good thing going, and me and that yo-yo. So you're willing to make a trade, Needlefingers, for your childhood yo-yo? Not worth the cut of what I could get for that lockpick. It goes against all my instincts as businessman to make this trade, but I want my screaming yo-yo back. So we have a deal. Cool, whatever. Just don't tell anyone about our little arrangement. People find out you have got the soft side, and your bargaining power goes straight out the window. A lot of things, but I guess he's all right when it comes to embarrassing secrets. You can trust him if you let us keep Needlefingers. Just give me the yo-yo already. We have missed out on so many years of practice together. Looks like Needlefingers finally has a home, thanks to you. With a little more training, and we should be able to introduce it to the Boychuckle colony. After that, anyone who wants to stop by and say hello will know exactly where to find it. I'm sure we can all agree we are happy Needlefingers gets to say, and from the looks of it, so is Needlefingers. Sick.
Alright, so we're gonna do Who There Be Dragons with Hagrid. Boop, 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 boop. Glad to see ya. I need to talk about something. Is everything okay? It's nothing bad, just a little project of mine I could use your help with. To be honest, I'm not sure I should be asking you to do something like so. I mean, you're just a kid. Oh shit, dropped my phone. Is it difficult? I think I can handle difficult. Well, the actual favor isn't that hard, but you will have to be prepared. Just a favor for Professor Spouts. She needs more fertilizer, but all her fertilizer is dragon dung. Is this about dragons? I shouldn't have said that. Is it about dragons? You may as well tell me everything. I don't know. Working with dragons is difficult, but I'm up for the challenge. Besides, I want to hear more about dragons. I suppose talking about dragons couldn't hurt. Well, since you know more about dragons, I suppose you should know what you're getting into. I'm always ready to do a job with dragons in it, but this won't be something like breaking curses. It's pretty mundane as dragon-related jobs go. Damn, I can't use it. Yeah, I still get to spend time with the dragon. I suppose nothing with dragons is, and it could possibly be blown. The nice thing about dragon is any job involving a dragon's instantly better than that same job without a dragon. Even if that job's collecting dragon dung for fertilizer. Can you tell me why you need to get dragon dung fertilizers for Professor Sprout? Discuss dragon dung. I suppose I should tell you why I need dragon dung. I ran out of fertilizer for me pumpkin patch, and Professor Sprout was kind enough to let me borrow some of hers, but I used too much and her supply is almost gone. She's been really nice about it, of course, but I want to make it up to her, so that's why you need me to get dragon dung. If it's not too much trouble, there are a few living around the grounds, never seen them up close myself, but they will change sooner or later. I've seen one around. You will have to befriend one, of course. Safest way to get close enough to get the dung. And once you have, I'd love to meet it. There are a few breeds of dragons. Welsh Greens are the easiest dragon to work with, and they are not native to Britain. Of course, they are not as fascinating as some of the Fuso species, but probably the best for a student, don't you think? Perhaps, especially since we haven't covered dragons and care for magical creatures. I'd be happy to help. That's wonderful. Let me tell you more about what you need to know. I heard you're gathering fertilizer. I owe Professor Sprout a favor, and Doctors is kind enough to help me out. I asked Professor Sprout if I could brew some potions in a spare greenhouse. She said it was alright, but I need to help out with the plants, and we are out of fertilizer. I have no idea how that could have happened. Thanks for covering for me. I can't lie to Penny, I used up the fertilizer on me pumpkin patch, and Doctors is helping me get some more. We have all been there. I used up all of Professor Snape's newt eyes and nearly got detention for a month. More importantly, I heard this will involve dragons. You like dragons? You know this will involve collecting a dragon dung, right? It's not that most glamorous of all dragon-related duties. We are up to our elbows in dragon dung in every herbology class. At least this way I get to see the dragon that makes it. But you want one. Of course, meet me in the Magical Creatures Reserve.